Jackson Lee.
I thank the gentleman very much, and since we're in the middle of a tutorial, let me speak from the heart. Speak from the years of service on this committee, years of knowledge of ruined lives with criminal approaches to trying to, before Roe, to help persons, women, make their determination on their reproductive freedom. This is an absurd posture that is being taken here. I respect the religious beliefs of all, and I respect that there are differences in this nation. It is an outrage what is going on here in the United States because it is clearly evidence that we are in trouble. The Ninth Amendment is clear, along with the other protections, that if it is not enumerated, it still does not deny me my right to privacy, my right to marry who I want to marry, my right for once in life to be able to assure that I can marry someone of a different race. You know what states' rights are? Hanging black people. You know what states' rights are? The denial of civil rights. That's what states' rights can be. Leave it to the elected persons of the state. If they had done that, I would still be a second-class citizen. It took the 13th Amendment to say that slavery was illegal. So let me first of all say, we know that in Ohio, a 10-year-old rape victim was denied an abortion and forced to travel across state lines to access care. We know that a package was left at a woman's health clinic in Austin, Texas, and an explosive device went off. We know that a Planned Parenthood clinic in Columbus was vandalized, Satan den of baby killers. We know that in Baltimore, a abortion healthcare clinic with anti-abortion graffiti was attacked. A Planned Parenthood clinic at Claremont, New York was vandalized by a juvenile. An unidentified person deliberately set fire to a Planned Parenthood clinic. We can go on and on and on. Is that America? I don't think so. Professor Murray, help me understand, because I have always had the greatest admiration for the legal prominence of the Supreme Court. And I want to have you expand on these words very quickly as my time runs out. Justice Gorsuch said in confirmation hearings, it has been reaffirmed, a good judge will consider it as precedent, this is reference to Roe v. Wade, of the U.S. Supreme Court, worthy as treatment of precedent like any other. Brett Kavanaugh, regarding Roe v. Wade, it is settled as a precedent of the Supreme Court entitled the respect under principles of stare decisis. And then Amy Coney Barrett, I will obey all rules of stare decisis, that if a question comes up before me about whether case or any other case should be overruled, that I will follow the law of stare decisis, applying it as the court is articulating, applying to all factors. Professor Murray, trying to see where you are. There you are. Good to see you. What does that do in imploding the American concept of justice and the role of the Supreme Court that has now caused the clashes of American people, one at each other, because the refuge that we look for in civil rights, in marriage, and who to marriage, in the defense of marriage, is no longer there. Professor Murray?
You're exactly right, Representative Lee. This principle of stare decisis, that the court follows settled precedent, and indeed Roe is a settled precedent. It has repeatedly been reaffirmed until it was overruled on June 24th. That provides predictability for individuals, the assurance that they know that their rights are protected. I think part of the outrage that you are describing is because people in this country recognize that this decision was upheld for almost 50 years, and the only thing that has changed since those 50 years has been the composition of this court and the installation of a 6-3 conservative supermajority.
What does it say about confirmation hearings when judges are under oath?
I mean, again, these judges promised to follow precedent, and it is clear that they did not. And if the confirmation hearings are to assure the American people about a judicial philosophy, I think the American people have been hoodwinked.
I thank you. We need to expand the court. With that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.